Grub factor is the second
factor.
category here.
Indeed.
Man, of all your Earthlings foods, I definitely just have to say I love chugging Tapatio. It's great.
That's pretty psychotic, but, you know.
It's great.
Have you been hanging out with
Who
Eli?
are we to judge his culture, though?
Nah, I mean, it takes one to know one. I'd be doing the same thing with the habanero.
Dude, you know we keep the Diablo sauce from Taco Bell just stacked up in the kitchen too.
I'm an addict. Sometimes I'll just go in there and just...
Oh,
Damn.
just need a little kick, bro. I just need a little kick. Yep.
gross.
Yeah. Delicious.
Okay, grub factor. I mean, there's a
Well-
strong argument there for Tapatio because it's
Man.
almost unfair because you can put that shit on a lot of things.
It's the most iconic hot sauce, I think.
But as a food on its own, pretty shit.
My argument for
Damn.
number one for
For
this,
me,
for
as a
this
whitey.
case is Mr. Peanut.
Number one?
Yeah.
It's pretty sustainable.
That's
It's one
true.
of the most
Protein?
diverse and sustainable
Delicious?
products of all time.
Peanuts?
Or yeah,
True, you
There,
can
there's
turn to
hundreds
peanut
of
butter.
products made with peanuts.
That's true.
Just
Peanut
by George
butter.
Washington Carver alone,
Right.
right? So
Another black icon.
exactly, right? So that's funny.
Which Mr. Peanut is appropriating, but
George Washington
man.
Carver
Well, standing
is
on the
almost the
shoulders
mascot
of,
himself.
Never mind.
Well, Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben have some of the more substantial food. I mean, those are actual
Yeah.
meals, you know. Aunt Jemima, she does, they do
well,
sell
she's
the,
syrup.
She's just syrup, not
But Uncle
pancakes.
Ben with the rice, though.
Yeah, I know you think that's a meal, but on Earth we don't just eat condiments like that.
you guys
sorry.
don't sustain yourselves on liquid diets?
It's a little rough coming out the other end.
Cap!
Just Coors Light, man.
Yeah, Coors Light will ease the journey. That's
There you
for
go.
sure.
Oh yeah.
You just
Either way,
projectile it out. You don't even feel
loosen you
anything.
up.
you get that rice, you put that syrup on there. It's amazing. I can tell you that.
No Tapatio? Huh?
It's a separate meal. You drink that on your own. To me, Tapatio is the equivalent of like a brewski, you know? You just have 5 or 6 in a night, and you're good.
Okay, I will say that Kool-Aid has got to be pretty high on this list because think about it. The Jonestown Massacre, the 60s. All of these
Yo.
people, they were like, sure, I'll drink the Kool-Aid. It's literally become a saying like, oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You can't help yourself. Even if you know it's going to kill you, you're like, that Kool-Aid's so good.
Are you saying that it's a metaphorical grub factor?
Yes, I'm saying that's how good Kool-Aid is. That a mass,
Unaliving.
It's an
a
ideological
cult, like
grub
a
factor.
cult, like a cult leader decided out of all the drinks
Yeah.
to use Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's
Pretty high praise.
That's the
cheap.
suicidal beverage of choice, is what you're saying.
In Minecraft.
Yes. Yeah. The self-deletion beverage of choice. Yeah.
But what about,
God.
you
I
know,
mean,
what about hamburger helper though? Because you know,
Okay, that's definitely a high
that's a tough one.
contender.
But
Again.
I would argue he's mid without hamburger.
True.
wait, so is you guys
It's
don't
true.
just eat the seasoning?
No, he's just the helper.
He just helps.
Man,
It does not come with hamburger, which is the most disappointing thing.
Right.
man, so you're
We
selling.
can't put a hamburger in a box.
Well, you can, but you just
Hey, I put a hamburger in my box all the time.
Oh my god!
yo.
All right.
Okay.
We got any chats though? What do the chats say? I can't read your language.
KJ says he agrees. I'm assuming to the Kool-Aid comment.
KJ, yes, I
agrees?
agree. She agrees.
Well, I don't know with what though, but shout
yeah.
out.
Shout out! Thank you for tuning in.
Maybe to the Kool-Aid massacre.
Indeed.
Right. Okay.
I feel like that's more of a
The
PR.
chat's-
That's
well,
a more
that is
PR
kind of a PR
conversation.
than
Well, that's
actually-
true. In the PR sense, we haven't gotten
But
that far. But
I appreciate your argument.
well, the PR sense that is almost an argument for the PR as well, because even with all of that controversy, people still love Kool-Aid.
Well, they had
but
to
not
do-
on the level.
We'll talk about it when we get there. We got to get some numbers on the board.
I
here,
mean,
people.
okay, grub factors out of all these, Cheetos number one.
Hot Cheetos, yes indeed. I was gonna
mean,
say
come on,
hot
let's
Cheetos.
go.
Yeah.
Damn, but
I guess I'm being
but
outvoted on
peanuts.
that one, huh?
But I'm kind of with Bobby, where peanuts are
yeah.
so.
Okay.
Peanuts
Yeah,
are the
peanuts are-
most protein, the most sustainable.
That's true. That's true. Peanuts are in a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. They're in like
I'll say
That's
peanuts.
fair.
number
That's
one.
fair.
peanuts
number one.
are so prevalent. They're in things you don't even fucking want
That's
them to
true.
be in.
That's true.
Accidentally.
You know what? This is why he's a fucking trillionaire.
Right.
You know what?
That's a genius
I'm okay
marketing
with that.
tactic.
I'm okay with that.
Hey, you know, a few accidental peanut allergy deaths is, you know, it's what we got to do to elevate the brand, eh?
I think you might be right. Peanuts might be number one because when you include peanut butter, you include like peanut like oil, peanut sauce,
much.
Yeah.
and like all the like Asian
much.
food and stuff too, and like
heavily used in Asian food.
that's true. All types of candy, M&Ms. I mean, let's be real. When you buy M&Ms at the store, what type do you? I mean, I always get peanut M&Ms.
You're right.
I mean,
M&Ms ain't really that dope without the peanut.
You're
in
right.
my opinion.
You're so right.
I mean, Miss
The pregnant green M&Ms.
Miss Green M&M knows a thing or two about Mr. Peanut. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Yeah, they got a little thing
I
going on,
mean, he's
don't
got
they?
some money. Who blames her?
All right,
Hamburger Helper, I would put high on the list, but I distinctly remember as a child one time eating the beef stroganoff from Hamburger Helper, and I
Beef
threw up.
stroganoff?
Yeah, I
Okay.
threw up.
That'll traumatize
that
you.
night.
Hey, I couldn't eat pancakes
You know what I mean?
for like 10 years because of that reason.
To be
Oh,
fair,
so you're gonna be
as-
biased against Aunt Jemima.
And I'm also
No, I fuck with pancakes hardcore now.
okay,
but,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm biased against Land O'Lakes butter because same situation. I had a whole stick of butter when I was a kid. When I was a tiny little Zude on
my
Zudaria,
God, bro.
I ate some Fluffanax butter, and let me tell you, it fucked my gut. I was shitting like no tomorrow. It was bad.
Man, how you got able to handle drinking a straight Tapatio, but you can't eat it?
That's true.
That shit go
We're-
down smooth, homie. You
We're,
know?
true.
we're lactose intolerant.
But the Tide Pods are perfect.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah. No,
And the bleach.
It's just cows. My
We take
ultimate
shots of
weakness.
bleach, you
Is
feel
that
me?
why you
That's
guys
our
be
tequila.
fucking with the cows so much?
Oh yeah.
God damn, it makes so much
It's revenge.
It's all
sense.
coming
Holy
together.
shit.
Okay.
Okay, peanuts number one. Dude,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, totally.
I agree.
I'm with it. Like if you're
a little cheap.
if
It's a
you're
little cheap
stuck
to use
on
that, but
if you're
okay.
stuck on an island, which one of these foods would you want a lifetime
That's
supply
true.
of?
That's
right?
very true.
Peanuts would sustain you.
Good point.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna
All
go
right.
with.
I wouldn't mind having a lot of Uncle Ben's rice.
I
That's
think
that's
Uncle
number
Ben,
2. Definitely top 3.
Now, also hear me
I
out.
would still say Cheetos are still number 2 from me.
Imagine Aunt Jemima's cooking in real life, though. Just her other meals she
Oh.
makes.
Oh,
She's probably got that soul food on lock, you know?
oh,
She
probably
does.
Wow, so you're just assuming because she's like a classic black woman stereotype that she's great at cooking delicious soul food?
Probably.
Are you saying that the collard greens are bussin'? Are you saying that the fucking cornbread is incomparable?
All
Are
I
you
can
saying
say is that's what I hope.
which
Yeah.
better be right?
If I ever met her, bro, she,
She
you know,
only knows how to make syrup.
Like I
and
bro,
I'd be
said,
sad.
she could leave a trail of cornbread on the path, and I would follow that shit. You best believe, bro.
True. You know what? All right, I'm kind of changing my mind.
Okay.
Well, but Tapatio's got to be pretty high up there.
What's our number 2 though?
I vote Cheetos,
Sorry.
dude.
Cheetos.
These are the best snack out of all. But then also M&M's are
I'd
pretty
say
good.
Cheeto is number 3.
I'll say Cheeto number 3.
What's number 2?
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's or Hamburger
Ben.
Helper, man. I do fuck with rice.
Oh.
Hamburger
Yeah,
is
I do
just
like
the
rice.
helper,
I do
so
like rice.
Ben's might have the edge on that one. I feel.
True. Ben's. Well, yeah. You don't need a helper with Ben's. I mean, you could just make hamburger helper, but with not put hamburger in it, and it would just be like shitty noodles. But
Exactly right.
man, I'm getting kind of hungry.
We did this to ourselves.
I'm gonna go with Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima
Okay.
because I feel
You
like
know,
I
it's
got
both of
breakfast
As
and
the wombo
covered, you know?
combo,
Yeah,
you know what? As a kid, I definitely enjoyed a lot of pancakes, and
Pancakes,
I
yeah.
always had Aunt Jemima, but sometimes I had
But
Miss
look,
Butterworth.
here's the thing. Are we saying Aunt Jemima just the syrup or syrup and pancakes? Because that's like hamburger helper
Syrup-
without the helper, you
True.
know?
Okay. Well, if we include the let's include the
Let's include
hamburger, and
Gotta
let's
give
include the
some
pancakes.
fucking-
Then, to be
Okay.
fair.
Some leeway.
So grub.
That fucks up the whole game.
I think
if
that
we're filling
gives-
the
I think-
hamburger. Yeah.
I think it gives
Well,
hamburger
but-
the edge. Yeah.
Well, but butter by itself isn't great, but butter's great on everything.
You can also bake with butter.
I
didn't
think we
think
have
of-
to. I mean, I think we have to set the precedent that they don't get exterior help. It's just the product as is what they are. Same with the power level argument. We're not saying
fair.
that they have help.
Well, fair.
Yeah.
So, all right, fair
Yeah.
enough. fair
Well,
enough.
then just as they are.
I mean,
then
for-
probably it's got to be Cheetos.
Aunt Jemima
Or
is
Kool-Aid.
just syrup. Uncle Ben is just rice. Hamburger helper is just hamburger helper.
I'm still gonna go with the rice dog.
Well, maybe the grub
Entire-
factor isn't all about what we're eating. I'm just saying, who got the biggest mouth out of this?
Oh my god! Wait,
Probably
who
it's gotta be Stay Puft.
Yikes.
who can eat the
But also
most,
Land
or-
O'Lakes.
Land O'Lakes, bro.
Oh man.
The M&. Lefty, bro. Okay, imagine this. You're getting jerked with the fingers, and you're getting your
that's
balls
the next-
sucked with the
that's
mouth
that's
at the same time,
That's
dog.
the next category, my man. That is the next category.
Right.
Land
we
O'Lakes
gotta
can do that.
figure out.
Fuck, you're right. Goddamn you.
All right. That's the next.
I mean,
we'll
that's
get there.
Rule
We'll get
34.
there. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get
the
there.
reverse grub
We're
factor.
getting ahead of ourselves
Yeah.
here.
Well, but that's the thing. When human beings, I don't know if you know this, when human beings get hungry, the chemical reactions for being hungry are very similar to the parts of brain of being horny. So it makes sense, and that's why food porn is such a thing. So it's just giving you a little insight, Mr. Zood, onto the
okay.
how humans' brains work.
Man,
Very
cucumbers
interesting.
aren't even good, are they? Fuck. Oh my god.
So Uncle Ben's number 2 in my book.
All right, fine.
Okay, I'm down with it.
Then
You know what?
Cheetos.
You can't go wrong with just rice, and then Cheetos has got to be number 3. Dude.
Entire civilizations have been built upon rice. You feel me?
Yeah.
I've
All
eaten
I'm
way more
saying
Cheetos
is,
in my life.
you know Uncle Ben made the rice for a reason, because chicken and rice is one of the most bussin' classic meals of all time.
Yeah.
True.
Had to
But
support
I
his
will say
love.
that Cheetos got to be number 3 then, because
Yeah.
I have shit my pants after eating too many Cheetos many times in my life, and I still keep coming back. I just don't know how to quit
You
them.
never-
Even though
It's
they
so-
destroyed my asshole, I just don't know how to quit you. It's a
Man.
Brokeback Mountain type of situation.
He's just like me.
It's so concerning with the red dye too, because you're just like, ah, fuck, I'm shitting blood.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you're just like, oh no, it's good, and then you just keep eating the Cheetos.
Right. The opposite of that is like eating beets, where you're like, my shit is red, but I'm healthy.
Delicious. Beets are
red.
low-key bussin', I'm not
Also,
gonna lie,
Hot
bro.
Cheetos sent Lil Xan to the hospital. Remember that?
Damn.
No.
ate
He be
too much-
grubbing too hard, man.
Yeah, he grubbed too hard on him.
So I can't disagree with that.
I'd
out
say
of,
so.
Out of
Cheetos
sheer
is 3.
grubbability.
Well,
yeah.
okay, but if we're talking about, see, now that I'm thinking about it with the Land of the Lakes, if we're saying peanuts are good in all this different shit, I mean, they're okay just by themselves as just peanuts.
Yeah.
I'd
But
still rather
that's the
have
thing.
them,
You're
though.
using the helpers. Like,
Well,
you're
I-
saying, like, you could put
I-
the, you know what I mean?
I
But
still
I think it's a little
peanut-
unfair.
I still think peanuts by themselves again is
I
like the
think-
most sustainable. Like,
Yeah,
food out of all
I
of
think
these.
you're I
alone.
think you're shilling from Big Peanut, dude. I
Whoa.
think you're I accuse
I
you
mean,
of
listen,
shilling.
Damn, bro.
Just because I've worked for Mr. Peanut in the past, and I have been paid a substantial amount of money to promote him, doesn't mean
You're doing it right now.
We have a shill in our
I
fucking
can't believe
midst
you.
right now.
I can't
I'm
fucking
sorry.
believe you.
Yeah, I can't
he's
believe
got a fucking monocle. What can I do?
This
You're not gonna
episode,
trust a guy with a monocle in the 21st century?
Christoph's like, please, bro, if I don't say this about Mr. Peanut, he's gonna fucking kill me.
this episode was
Bro, I'm
brought,
begging
See?
you.
Damn.
this episode was brought to you by Planters.
All right.
No, but I would. Okay,
butter, like in the same way, butter makes everything good.
sure. But I would just.
Very versatile.
My whole thing with the peanut argument is that peanuts by themselves
That's true.
are very sustainable.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
sustain-
what is peanut butter but just smashed up fucking peanuts?
Okay.
It's like you're not really adding anything.
That's true.
I would also like to add that peanuts are an internationally recognized standard snack via every single airline that has ever existed.
True.
They will have peanuts on deck. They
True.
will be like, "You want some fucking free peanuts, bro?" And you're like, "Fuck yes, I want free peanuts."
You know what? Fair.
They're good.
Yeah.
Let's
All
move
right,
on.
all right,
from
all
there.
right.
They're good. Come
That's
on.
one,
all
two.
right.
All right, Cheetos number
Chester's
3. though.
3?
I'll say Cheetos
Yeah,
number 3 because
gotta.
you can fucking smash on them, get stoned, bro. Eat a whole bag. That's classic.
I'd say
Hot Cheetos,
Kool-Aid
Puff
is-
Cheetos, they're all good.
I'd say Kool-Aid is contender for 4 because think about the hot summer days when you're a kid. You jump out the fucking pool and you're like, God damn, I want some Kool-Aid. And you just chug an entire fucking glass of Kool-Aid in one go and you're like, pff, straight back in the pool. Yeah.
Fucking running off the walls, bro. That's
you-
the kid equivalent of cocaine.
Yeah.
True.
Like
All
you
right.
suck that shit.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
grub factor. Like you're over and done with it in like 3 seconds.
But what about marshmallows, though?
Marshmallows are good. I could grub, but I can only do about 3 or 4 of them fuckers before I'm like, all
But
right.
you put that shit on a s'more, though?
That I mean,
saying?
even
Still,
in the
you can only
context,
have
think
about
about
3, 4
helpers,
s'mores.
helper arguments. Hey, we're playing no items here, no trophies here.
No assists.
Alright.
No smash ball.
That's true. Well, then that sucks because that takes like. All right. Well, then I just don't
that's
know
why
where
we've got the other
Yeah, no, you're fair.
categories.
You're
These
fair.
guys
That's
are gonna
fair.
be guys are gonna be strong in their own ways. You know.
All right. Would you rather eat butter by itself before you eat Tapatio by itself, or would you rather eat Tapatio?
Let's just go ahead and smack Kool-Aid on 4 before we
Yeah,
get
Kool-Aid is 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
what about M&M's though? I
Fuck
feel like
yeah! I was about to say M&M's. though.
Kool-Aid's above M&M's.
If we're not including, maybe not
if we're not
personally.
including peanut.
Okay.
I switch
Okay.
it. I switch
I
it
think-
for green solidarity.
I say
Damn.
the definition of the word grub is distinct here because we're not saying the eatability factor, we're saying the grub factor. And grubbing implies that there is a time to consumption ratio involved. Okay. How quickly can you grub on this shit? Right?
Okay.
Interesting.
That's fair. That's
Right?
fair. That's
I
fair.
feel like
Okay.
that's a mathematical and
Right.
scientific approach.
Well, then the peanuts have to be already unshelled because then if they were in the shell, the grub factor's way down.
Exactly. You gotta buy like a jar of them fuckers.
But is that
Right?
considered a helper if they're
I
already
don't think
open
so,
for
'cause
you?
there's
I don't think so.
I don't think
Because the
so.
qualifier is Mr. Peanut, not Peanuts and
Yeah,
Jet. He's a
that's-
brand.
that's
They're
fair.
prepackaged.
Yeah, they sell
Okay.
them like that.
Okay, fine.
They bring
Brought
it
to
to
you
the
by
table.
planters.
So M&M's or
I would say hamburger helper over M&M's,
okay,
Yeah, it's actual food.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
even though I threw up.
more sustaining. Okay, so 5.
5 is hamburger.
helper.
A
Let's do
lefty.
it.
All right.
And then I think number 6 has got to be M&M's.
I
then.
think so too.
Yeah.
And then I would say probably
Fuck raisins.
raisins. Whoa, so you guys are hating on raisins. I don't hate raisins, dude. I mean, because if
Okay.
you were on it again with the desert island question, raisins, I would much rather have raisins than M&Ms on a fucking desert island.
least
They
it's a
keep for a
fruit.
long time.
Yeah.
It's fruit.
That's true. But I would rather have M&Ms in a fruit salad than raisins. All I'm saying is raisins are dope when they're by themselves.
We're not making salads.
Raisins are good by themselves. They're all right.
Raisins
If you-
are best to me when they're not in something else. You cook a
That's
raisin,
fair.
literally go fuck yourself.
That's fair.
You know
Whoa.
what? Okay, fine. Then I would say, okay, where are we at? 6? Then I would say 7.
KJ agrees.
7's got to be Tapatio.
Tapatio, I'm
7. Yeah.
I use Tapatio more than I use marshmallows.
I'll
that's
say
for
that.
sure.
Yeah,
I definitely use hot sauce more than raisins, marshmallows.
Yeah.
I almost want to put
fair,
Tapatio higher, but it's not really a food.
I guess in
problem is
personal
if you-
standpoint,
because
yes.
it does require helpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, unless you're a Zude with an iron gullet like me, you can't really freaking slurp it down.
All right.
No.
So can we agree that Land O'Lakes is at the bottom?
I guess so. I mean, I
If
wouldn't
we're
just
not
eat a
no
stick of butter.
helpers, you can't
Yeah.
just eat raw butter, man.
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
butter's
That's
super
true.
good, but like,
Butter takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
But
You have to.
see,
Yeah.
this is the problem though. If we're going with the argument of just like the the eatability of them by themselves, I think Tapatio's in the bottom rung then, not 7.
Okay, honky.
As much as I love it.
Damn.
I mean, I love it, but yeah. All right. Well, fair.
You might be right about that.
Then let's say.
actually.
Then
I
let's
think
say
raisins are next.
raisins got to be 8.
Well, we
I
were
mean, I
just
don't
sa- we were
like
just
raisins
saying-
that much,
so
but
are we reversing Tapatio here?
I don't know. That's just what I'm proposing. But
'Cause,
you guys,
yeah, the helper
I might
law,
be,
bro.
If you guys want to,
All right,
All right, fine.
I think
Raisins above
last
Tapatio,
Last
then.
place is between Tapatio and raisins. Yeah. Oh no, I mean
Land
Tapatio
O'Lakes.
and Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, fine. All right, raisins
So-
7 then.
Yeah, raisins 7 because you can eat way more raisins than you can marshmallows.
Stay Puffed, I think 8.
Oh, shout out to Sarah in the chat.
Sarah!
She forgot she was getting violently high and forgot to join the show. But you can
That's
catch
such a
you can
pivotal
catch
time.
the replay later. But we're still in the midst. I mean, this is still
Yeah,
we
we're
haven't
getting-
even
we're
reached
not
the
even
second
halfway
quarter.
through.
2 out of
This
5.
is intense.
Yeah.
All right,
man. So we got it.
All right. I
Yeah,
think
I
that
would
locks
say
it
fair.
in.
Yeah, fair.
Man,
Should we
this is-
recap what we've got here?
All right, number 1, Mr. Peanut. True, the desert island food. If you just had peanuts, you would live.
Yeah.
Fair.
Fair.
Number 2, Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima's. You got a lot of rice going on. You know.
If you can't discover how to cook, you can't make fire. Sorry, tough luck.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know, Sarah. It's a shame that Eli can't be here for this episode. It's a bummer, but we'll have him. We'll have him the next
Llama
time.
accidents
I
are
kind of
no
like
joke.
Zude. I kind of like Zude more than some of our other.
Well, he's in the other room, dude. Keep it down. He's probably
I
watching.
said I like Zude more than Eli, and he can't do anything about it because he was horrifically injured by a llama.
So the recap.
Number 3, Chester Cheetah. I mean, yes,
Cheetos
Cheetos are so good. Even if you fucking have diarrhea for days,
Yeah.
it's still good, and you'll still jump in that pool.
Yep.
Even if that sign tells you not to.
100%.
You're not waiting 2 weeks. You're not waiting 2 minutes. You're not waiting 45 minutes. You're
What are they gonna
straight
check?
from
Are they
the
gonna
bathroom
check your
shitter?
asshole?
Yeah.
My
I'd like to
body
see
is-
them try.
My
How
body's
are they gonna
machine.
tell you have diarrhea?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right. Or what are they gonna tell if I have had it in the past 48 hours?
They gonna
Give me a fucking break.
What are they gonna start COVID testing for diarrhea
gonna
at the
swallow my asshole at the pool?
All right, sir. We're
I
just
don't
gonna
think
need
so.
to check your asshole.
What is
Needs
this,
to
North
check your
Korea?
asshole.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. So rule 34.
Oh,
Here we
wait,
go.
are we
Wait,
done
let's-
with the recap
let's
here?
finish the
Oh, wait.
recap,
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah. Hamburger helper, it's still food. M&M's, just because she's not as slutty anymore, so it just kind of affects the taste. You know, I don't taste that same. I don't get the same feelings
Yeah,
out
it's
of it.
still
no more.
smash,
not as much
you know,
dopamine.
but-
The passion's not there anymore. Number 7 was California raisins.
It's real food again.
It's still food. Everybody hates them though. I don't hate raisins that much. You guys kind of hate raisins.
Everybody
That's all I
eats them
know.
out of spite,
Nah,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
I love raisins. What are you talking about?
I love a good
bro?
raisin, dude. When it's
No.
in being into raisins is kind of like being into G-MILFs.
Is it?
Mills?
Just because they're old and dehydrated doesn't mean they still can't provide you with what you need. Number 8 was the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Also, shout out for Pause for Playtime and King Keller Hypto in the
King
chat.
Keller
What's up?
Hypto.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
What's up,
Did
y'all?
anyone roll a 5 or an 8? No, we're not rolling anything. We're just
We're
We roll
duking it
blunts.
out.
Oh, we do
Yeah,
have lunch,
yeah.
That's for sure. So what was it? 8 was Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. 9 was the Tapatio guy because you can't really eat Tapatio on its own. You shit your asshole out.
Yeah.
And then Land O'Lakes, same thing with butter. You can't really eat it straight. Yeah.
Cho-cho.
which is a shame.
Key ingredient to baking.
I'd say outside of the rule we made where it's like, you know, this is just food you'd have to sustain yourself on by itself. Some of the lower contenders are still bussin'. Like, do not get it twisted. Like
Right.
Tapatio and butter is bussin'. Like,
It would be
Yeah.
a totally different game if it was
Yeah.
not just by themselves, but we agreed for the sake of this and
Of
not
making this
getting
for
the sake of
a
being
self-contained battle royale.
There's gotta be some
they're on their
constraint.
own. They're on their own. But when combined with other things,
Right.
they can become exponentially
Yeah.
powerful. Yes.
Right.
Right.
But for the sake of this, we're not going there.